Hello.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Wonderful. How are you?
Hey, this is my first time in this park.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, like, how?
I don't know. What do you need to know?
Like, I guess just follow the path?
Oh, there's little maps you can get here in these little things. There's also a map on this side. Sometimes they'll show you if something's closed.
Oh, okay.
Everything's pretty much open. Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Before you do are you gonna run it? Do you hike
So I
it?
just walk really fast.
That's what I usually do too.
My knees look like they're bummed. Cool, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you happen to have like 5 minutes for just like a chat? I've got this hobby where I don't work for the park.
Okay. Oh, I didn't think you. I mean, I just.
Okay. just the dude with the camera.
Yeah.
I have these chats with people like to see what they believe and why. And it could be anything, any topic generally.
Oh, wow.
And I use Socratic questioning, like, well, why do you think that that's true, and how did you come to know that, and that type of stuff. It's actually quite kind of fun. And I try to time it for just 5 minutes to keep it really brief.
Okay.
Do you want to do just a short little
Yeah, let's do
interview?
it.
Okay, cool. Are you okay if I film it?
I don't care.
Okay. I'm Anthony.
I'm Greg, by the way.
Pleasure to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you, too.
Is it 1G?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So these talks can focus on any belief, but what I found is that the more impactful the belief is on you, like the more important it is, those tend to be the funner conversations. But we can focus on anything. Like, do you have a special ability? Like, people have said that they have like superpowers, or do you believe in magic, or karma, or gods, or?
Yeah, I believe in God. And I do believe in karma. I think that comes back. Whatever you put out into the universe, whether it's good or bad, somehow come back. But yeah, I believe in God. Don't necessarily go to church. I'm Catholic, but I went to Catholic school my entire life that I don't really follow or practice, but I have my own personal feeling or whatever.
Yeah.
With a higher being.
Okay.
So.
A higher being. Do you want to talk about the higher being or karma? Do you have a preference?
We talk about the higher being. Karma's, I don't know. I guess the universe does work itself out somehow and makes things right. I would hope that happens. I don't necessarily think that I get to see it happen. But whoever does you wrong or something will get theirs, you know.
Okay.
And you just kind of like forget about it, and hopefully that happens. But I've had some instances where I have felt like, okay, say I gave this homeless person $1, or I was helping somebody change their tire. Well, my thinking is, you know, I have 4 kids, and like maybe when I die, hopefully, if my kids should ever go homeless, somebody will be kind enough to help them out. Or
because you've done all these good things in the past?
Yeah, I think,
okay.
Yeah, like maybe storing up some sort of a bank account or something, and get to withdraw from that for the kids.
I gotcha.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. How certain are you, Greg, that it's actually true? That karma works in that way, where the actions that you perform that are good actually do go into an account and can get distributed to your future offspring?
Really more of a feeling. It's just more of a feeling that I have.
Can we quantify it in some way? Like,
I mean,
on a 0 to 100 scale? Like 100% is...
Like, I believe, like, I'm a respiratory therapist, and I've seen people die a number of times. I've been in the room. I can feel their spirit leave their body. It's crazy to say. I don't have no way of scientifically proving this or of measuring, other than, yeah, their stats drop, their heart rate's gone, they can't, you know, they're blue, they're cold, they're dead, they're hard, whatever. But I can feel it. It's just a feeling. I can sense it. It gives me goosebumps. And so I guess even when I go on these hikes or these walks, and that's why I do them, is to get away from all that nonsense and alarms and noise, and just get that whatever I feel in my heart, that peacefulness with the birds and the blue sky and the green earth. I want to push myself before I'm dead. I want to feel my heartbeat. I want to sweat. You know.
You want to live.
Yeah. I want to feel alive. Yeah. Anyway.
With regards to these beliefs that you hold, let me just recap where I think we're at. You have certain beliefs that actually impact the way that you behave to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And when I asked, well, how do you actually know that they're true? You said that I have a feeling that they're true.
Yeah. Yeah, even though I get paid for doing what I do, I also get a good feeling, a good, Jesus has already died for my sins. I could do whatever I want because in the Catholic faith, I'm already forgiven, but it feels good to do my 12-hour shift and know that I helped somebody's family member the way I would want my own grandmother or somebody to have been helped or cared for or loved.
I guess I'm more interested in this idea. Look, if we can just focus on one thing.
Okay.
Because it seems like...
maybe I'm going all over.
Well, that's okay. I mean, we can go anywhere you want. But in order for me to really understand it, and maybe even help you understand it better, would be if we focused on one thing. And you gave an example of where, you might help somebody on the side of the road, and the thought goes through your mind that my action will probably end up coming back and either helping me or my kids. And when I asked, well, how do you know that that's true? It sounded like you were saying, well, I just feel that it's true. So my question to you is, does simply having a feeling that it works in that way and that it's going to happen actually mean that it's going to go that way?
Probably not, but I have a set of already beliefs that there's got to be something more than this. I believe that there has to be an afterlife. I just have to take a leap of faith. I can't think negatively. I've got to... If I thought that way, well, hell, I'd just go on a shooting spree. Or I wouldn't give a shit, but I do care. Because of whatever that longing or yearning to see my grandparents again, or that there's got to be something where there's no sin, there's no crying, there's no worrying, there's no bills. It's just pure love. I mean, I can't even imagine what that would be like, but I'm hoping that there's nothing but this great love that we all get to go to one day, or when we pass on. I hate to think that that's it. We're just in the ground and that's no more. Then I wouldn't even want to get up. I wouldn't even care anymore. I'm hoping that that's true, that there is a higher being or something. It's got to be something. It can't just be... Because you can feel, I don't know about you, but I feel like evil sometimes with the greed and everything's money. I mean, everything's going up in price. I can feel the greed and then the whole political scene and how shitty that is. And you think these people really care about us? I mean, they got their hands, the fundraisers, they're getting money. So I feel the evil part of things. And I think we're losing sense of that too, because even the police here, you can't even, they'll arrest you for helping the poor now or something. You can't even help homeless people, or you
can actually get a fine for handing them food.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Let me get back to this. Maybe my last question, but
okay.
Are you basing your entire worldview on a hope that is actually true?
I mean, not entirely. I create my reality. I could be an asshole and trip him or her up right now, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to push them. I don't want to hurt them. Or I don't want to hurt you. So it's partly just how I want to be treated with respect, and I want to give that to others. And then the other part of it is, it's hope. It's a desire for something more, something better, to break the yoke off the back and not have to go to work or pay bills or worry about death and dying. So a little bit of just, I'm born this way and I was raised to a certain extent to be respectful. But then as you grow older, you're not a kid pushing another kid and this and that. You're like, hey, dude, respect and be at peace and live peacefully and a little bit of the hope. Yeah. So anyway.
I'll let you get on the trail. One last question.
Sure.
Could a person go through life and do good things and want to help people and not knock people over like that couple that was just walking by, and just be good and not tack on a hope that it actually works in the way that you've outlined it?
That's a good question. I mean, yeah, I would think that even without some sort of belief, you could be raised to be I don't know, I guess to be good, I guess how the reactions that you get from the behaviors that you're giving out are gonna form how you're gonna be. If you get the shit beat out of you as a kid and you see people selling drugs and stuff, well, I mean, you're kind of gonna grow up to be that way or emulate that behavior. But if you are given a positive environment and are encouraged and you need to believe in yourself, do something good in this world, then yeah, I mean, well, then you get that from your mother or father or whomever. And then I guess they must believe in some higher being or whatever, and it gets transcended to you, and then you come out and I don't know.
The only way that a person could be good and do good things is if they were raised by people that hope that there was this afterlife and that?
Getting all complicated, but yeah, I mean,
there's no way a person can be good without hoping that it's actually, that there's an afterlife and there's somebody.
I mean, not necessarily.
Tracking.
When you say it like that, then yeah, it sounds kind of foolish, but yeah, I mean, you could without the whole God or higher being. Sure, I think you could still come out good, or you're like a product of your environment or what have you. You come out either with some set of values that were instilled in you, or you don't. And you don't necessarily have to have God for that, but that's wrong, that's right, that's wrong, that's right. And you don't necessarily have to have like, oh, well, God, you're going to come out and be who. Anyway, man, you're making me think too much. I don't want to think anymore. Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you too. Here's a card.
All right.
And I'd love to chat with you. And there's like 3 other questions that jumped in my head, but I told you that was it. And
yeah.
I want to get you on the trail.
All right,
so
cool.
I really enjoyed the talk.
What was your name again?
Anthony.
I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. Anthony.
So am I. Anthony. Yeah.
Okay, good. Nice to meet you, man.
Same here to Greg.
All right.
Have a good one.
You too.
So really interesting talk with Greg. At the very start, he said that he was a Catholic but didn't practice all that much. I was trying to get a sense of which way to go, and it seemed like he self-selected karma, but then a lot of the discussion focused on a God existing too. So I thought that was somewhat interesting how we kind of addressed both of those topics simultaneously. One of the main reasons why he thinks that there's somebody keeping track of all the good things that he does so that it will somehow come back and help his kids is because he gets a feeling that it's true, and he hopes that it's true. And when I started asking him whether going off of a feeling that something is true is a reliable way to know something, and that's when he said something like, if I didn't have this belief, if I didn't have this hope, if I didn't have these feelings, I would not want to get out of bed. I might go around shooting people. Now, when I hear something like that, alarm bells go off, and I'm sure many of you watching were thinking the same thing. Oh my gosh. End it, Anthony, end it. But I wanted to get a sense of how serious he was. Was he just saying that as a defensive mechanism, or does he really believe it? And that's why I decided to shift gears and stop talking about him, but other people. Is it possible for other people to be good and do good things and help others without the hope or a feeling that it actually is like payback, that there's a God watching and keeping track and rewarding you for that? And at first, I think he said no, because he was explaining how there might be people like that, but only because they were raised with parents who did believe in a God. But when I pushed him on that, I think he backed off of that a little bit and admitted no. Even if you don't believe that that's the case and you don't have those hopes and feelings, you can still do good things. we covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he admitted that it made him think. And hopefully he'll ponder on that even more.